Right.
And then for IT specifically, I used iExamB and Geek for Geeks and sources like that. Back in college, I used to do lead code and problem solving a lot. So due to that, I was like very handy. I just had to revise all those concepts, and I was like in that also iExamB was very helpful because then I took the course, and they have these mock papers. So I was giving those mock papers.
Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Today we have Aditya with us. He has recently cleared SEBI IT exam. Now he is an IT officer. He'll be joining soon. So Aditya, congratulations from the entire iExamB team. How are you feeling, Aditya?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm feeling great, and it has been a lifelong dream of mine to join government services. So I'm very happy as of now.
So how long have you been preparing for various government exams?
It's been around 1.6 years since I graduated in 23. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you did not take up any job.
No, I was working for last 1.5 years.
Okay. And you did BTech in CSIT or in other streams?
Yeah, I did BTech in IT.
Okay. And where have you been working?
I work for Institutional Shareholder Services. It's a firm in Mumbai only as a
Okay.
software engineer.
Okay. And how did you come to know about SEBI or which all exams have you been giving so far?
So like my dad is in RBI, so I was inclined towards government services. So I have given most of the exams like NABARD and SEBI, RBI, etc. So yeah.
So you were giving general exams as well as IT exams.
Yeah. Like mostly if there was option of IT, then I was giving IT, else I was giving general.
Okay.
But
So
I
when
was
you
always I kept giving exams like just for the sake of practice so that I can be in the flow of like clearing these exams, aptitude and all that.
okay. So when you appeared for SEBI IT, did you fill the form for both general and IT?
No, for SEBI I filled just for the IT.
Okay, okay. And then how did you start your preparation for IT exams? So you know in SEBI IT there are two phases. Both the phases have two papers. So how did you prepare for those exams and what all sources did you use?
Yeah, so initially like I saw the paper pattern and how the exams are going to be conducted. So there is every paper has aptitude section and then IT specific. So IT I was already aptitude I was already good with because I was giving CAT and all those exams. Like every exam has this English, maths, and reasoning.
Reasoning.
And then for IT specifically, I used iExamB and Geek for Geeks and sources like that because it's just core software principles, right? Like DBMS, computer networks, etc. So I went through those topics, and with the help of that, I was able to clear the first phase. After that, the second phase is coding. So back in college, I used to do lead code and problem solving a lot. So due to that, I was like very handy. I just had to revise all those concepts, and I was like in that also, exam B was very helpful because then I took the course, and they have these mock papers. So I was giving those mock papers as well as like the most challenging part for me was the English descriptive because like that is something that we don't prepare every now and then. So there, I think like the mock and the sessions that were conducted were very helpful.
Okay, so what all preparation did you do for your descriptive English?
So like initially, I just gave mocks. Like I used to listen to the recorded sessions. Like I was not able to join live sessions, but I was listening to the recordings, and there I used to take the key points and takeaways, like the insights, how to write a descriptive, how to write a précis, and how to attempt the paper because the time is limited, and we have to make sure that we complete the whole paper. So initially, while giving the mocks, I was not able to complete the whole paper. Then like I got the idea, okay, I have to do it like this. I have to assign this much time to each section. And by the time like 3 4 mocks, I was able to complete the whole paper with the given word limit.
Okay, so that the mock test help you practice and understand that how much time you should be devoting to each
Yeah.
question.
And also how to attempt it, like what kind of content I should write in those answers so that like it is like valuable. So yeah.
Right, right. And what about your interview preparation? How did you prepare for the interview and how was your mock interview?
Yeah, so like for interview also, like because I took the SEBI package for my exam, then they had this interview sessions conducted where the Sanjeev sir was there and he was giving all the information about like how interviews are supposed to be and how to prepare yourself for those interviews because as well as it's a test of knowledge as well as test of personality, right? So like it's a lot about knowing yourself as well as knowing the organization and how you are going to contribute in that organization. So like for preparation of interview, it was mostly knowing about myself because technical part I was very comfortable with already. So I was just trying to understand like how am I going to answer, like being confident and like being in the flow state. So like I prepared, and the mock interview was very helpful because like it gave me an idea of what to expect and what to do when I don't know the answers and all that.
Okay, and how was your actual interview?
Actual interview was good, like because I gave mock few days before the actual interview. I went there, and actual interview started on a good note. And initially they asked me like, you are a working candidate, and most of the people who give these exams have taken a career break, or so why didn't you go that path? So I told them that like I work in IT and I think my work experience will be valuable. And I was able to manage time, like how I did the time management and everything, and they were impressed with that. Okay, and then it started on a good note, and the rest of it was technical questions.
Okay. So Aditya, your mock interview was quite interesting because you were comfortable in the beginning. Can you share a little bit how what kind of questions were asked from you so that other aspirants can know about them?
Yeah, so, sure. So as it was a IT position, most of the questions were directed in that direction. Initially, I had one, two questions about HR, like why, what your organization do and how, because I work in a investment firm, right? So they asked me like how they work under SEBI, right? What kind of regulations and all that. But after that, it was all technical, and I guess they want you, they ask questions based on your own background. Like I work as a full stack developer, so all questions they can ask me from DB and networking and security, whatever. So they try. I even ask other candidates. They try to ask questions based on your profile. But if you are like not working and if you are on a career break, then they can ask you generic IT questions. So like questions were mostly directed about software engineering, like what tech stack you use, and then there are some DB question, and security is a big field. Like it's so they asked me about like different kind of security related questions, like what kind of attacks are there. And even in the beginning, the first question they asked is like, how you are an IT engineer, how will you use your skills in IT? So you should, I also prepared this. Okay, like there are so many things that are happening in IT, right? As AI is on the boom, and even governments want to up their game in this. So even I've prepared a few solutions, and I think that you have to be very thorough with your profile, and you need to know that what you are going to do in that organization. So I
All right.
guess, and
Yes, yes, continue.
so yeah, like basic, you need to be very thorough with the fundamentals because they are going to be everywhere in all interview. But other than that, you should be confident in your own profile, what work you have done or what work you are like you want to do for the city,
Right, right.
how you will be able to contribute.
So Aditya, since your father is in RBI, did you also face some questions related to RBI or your father's profile?
Luckily, I didn't, but I prepared well for that as
Okay, okay, okay. So how did you manage this time along with your job to prepare?
well. So like I did the time allotment, and I used to commute because I live in Chembur and I go to Goregaon. So every day I had like 2 hours spare in the train. So I used to watch the videos or like study on my phone instead of just scrolling. So that was one of the big deal because every day it adds up. Like if you just study 2 hours while commuting, it adds up to a lot. So
And how about your practice? So after coming from your job, you used to practice whatever
yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Watch.
Like mostly it was coding, so I used to do lead code. Like in my laptop, I just used to see the. It's like I already used to think about those questions. You just read the question and you can think what strategy to use to solve those coding questions. And coding is the easy part, right? Like you just have to write it down. But thinking part can be done anywhere. So I used to have a notebook and just write down the solutions and think about those solutions, how to optimize them.
Okay. And can you tell me if a student now starts the preparation and he does not know anything about coding? You have a coding background, but
Yeah.
even BTech, civil or mechanical are also eligible for this exam. If they want to go for this exam, want to start coding practice, how they can go for it?
So initially, they have to get thorough with one coding language. They need to understand how a language works. And after that, it's all problem solving. They can start with something very simple, like how to sort an array and how to select min max, something like that. Once they get the knack of it, how the problems are framed and how you start writing the solutions. And then there is things like time complexity and space complexity. It's all practice, I think. Once you know a language, the basics of a language, what array is, some data structure basics, then I guess it's all problem solving. It's like maths. The more you do it, the more you understand.
Okay, okay. So, according to you, according to your understanding, how much time will an ideal student who does not know coding will take to understand coding?
If they don't know anything, then it might take some time. But if uh, almost all the people can learn the basics of any one language. They can select some easy language like Python, and they can be good at it in within 3 months. And that includes the basic data structures that that language includes.
Okay,
And
okay. So
after that, it's all practice. Like the more the better.
right, right, right. So if anyone is preparing for SEBI IT exam, they can start their preparation early, give 3, 4 months advance, and then go for practice. And there are high chances for them to clear the exam.
Yes, like they will be well in a position that they can expect that yeah they can easily tackle the paper.
Right, right. So Aditya, during your preparation, even you were appearing for, I think, RBI Grade B and other general exams as well.
Yeah.
So during your preparation, were there some things in your strategy you felt you could have avoided or something you could have included? I just want to understand, I just want you to guide the students about certain do's and don'ts during their preparation.
So, like, first of all, there is this thing called people get nervous in the exam center. But I was filling so many exams, like every other weekend, I used to go to the exam center. I was so familiar with the environment, so that there was no such thing as exam pressure. So, I think if we have prepared well, we have confidence on our own skills, then I think we should not stress out at the time of the examination because the margins are so thin in these government examination that even one mistake can cost you one more year, right? So, for me, the thing was not to stress, be very confident in my own skill and practices. And second is people say only 10 seats, only 5 seats for these examinations. But how I look at it is all I need is one seat. It doesn't matter how many vacancies there are and who my competitors are. I just need one seat for my own self. So if I have confidence on my skills and I'm giving my best, then I am very like I don't think I should worry about anything else. And
So this
I'll
is
say this to all the aspirants that if you have prepared well, it doesn't matter how hard or easy the examination is. You should just be confident on your own skills.
right. So this is very good advice, Aditya, because I get a lot of queries from students when there are only two vacancies, one vacancy, there will be so high competition, but you should at least try. And if you give the exam, you'll get the practice of it. Even if you could not clear, the next exam is there for you.
And
Right.
there are so many options, right? If not this, then something else. Like while giving this examination, September I had NABARD pre, and the next day I had SEBI descriptive. So both days I went to the same center, and I knew okay, this is going on, and then something else is. While SEBI interview, NABARD mains was there, so I was preparing for interview as well as for the mains. And then even on 27th I had this SEBI interview. On 24th I had CAT, but I was like very chill because I know I have these skills and I can do well. And I prepared. I got 99 in CAT as well, and I cleared SEBI. So yeah, like you can do it all. It's not that difficult. You just have to be confident and you just keep on preparing, keep on giving exams, and don't worry too much about any of it.
Right. So now that you've got 99 in CAT, I'm curious, why are you not going for MBA then?
No, no, SEBI is a lifelong dream. Even last year I got 99 in CAT, so no, this was
Okay.
something I wanted far. I want far more than an MBA.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Aditya, so that will be all from my end. Anything else you would like to share or guide the aspirants about?
Yeah, I'll just say that keep the dream alive. All the aspirants, I just want to say that keep on working hard, and one day you will also get your dreams come true.
That's great advice, Aditya. Aditya, thank you so much for taking out your time. Once again, congratulations from the entire team and wish you all the best for your future. Thank
Thank
you.
you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.